Hi guys, and welcome back to Perfectly Snatched, where I teach you how to perfectly snatch anything to your heart's consent. So today we're gonna be finally perfectly snatching our foundation. So in this video, I show you how to pretty much get snatched foundation, show you some tips and tricks, very in depth, sorta. I did change a lot of things up from my previous routine that I will leave up here somewhere or link down below. They honestly both give you pretty good results. I just prefer this one for reasons that I will share in the video. This video is actually a voiceover because it is about 3 o'clock in the morning and I leave tomorrow at like 11:10. My bus leaves, so that means I have to be there by 9, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I wanted to film this before I actually went home because I wasn't sure when I was going to be able to do anything really. So here you go. Watch me perfectly snatch my foundation. Let's get started. So guys, this is what my skin looks like before I put everything on. We're gonna go ahead and prime using the e.l.f. Poreless primer, and I'm just gonna apply it directly to my face. Those areas is where I have the most of my pores, so I try to concentrate it there before anywhere else. And we're just gonna do our eyebrows real quick. We're gonna go in and color correct first using the LA Girl HD concealer in orange, and I'm just gonna apply those under my eyes, around my mouth because I have a lot of hyperpigmentation there, and then kind of like the contours of my cheeks because I do have like some acne scars there that I want to conceal, and then I have a scar on my forehead that I conceal as well. So we're just gonna buff that in with a brush. I don't know what this is called because it came from Amazon. And now we're gonna just highlight right over that using the same concealer but in warm honey. We're gonna make sure we do our forehead because I got a whole 5 head. We need to turn down into a 3 head. So I'm focusing on my forehead a little bit. Next, we're gonna contour using Beauty Free Bronze in the same concealer, just different shade, obviously. But I realized that this shade is not as like quote unquote bronze when I used it. I thought it was a good color when I bought it, but it still worked out. I'm not really a big fan of having like completely like chiseled out contour. I feel like that's way too extra for me personally. So we're just gonna do our forehead, our little cheek, our jaw, kind of in that little 3 that Kim Kardashian always talks about. Now we're gonna blend out, and I'm using an off-the-market beauty blender, so I guess we can call it a beauty sponge. I actually filmed this video like a while ago and I forgot to upload it, so which is why this is kind of old. It's still the same routine, but it's old, if you know what I mean. So we're just gonna blend everything out first. I'm blending out my contour first because I like to use whatever's left over to blend my highlight, because after I blend it out, I feel sometimes my highlight be too bright, so I feel like it mutes it down just a tad bit, just enough for me to feel more comfortable and not look like a stoplight, or like which I don't even know what to like describe it as. But next, we're gonna go in with my favorite drugstore foundation. This is the Maybelline Superstay foundation. I have a review on it on my channel, which I'm gonna link somewhere on the screen or down below. This is full coverage, 24 hours. It is bomb. I've actually worn it for like 18 hours, so I say it's pretty close, and it's always been perfect. I'm in the shade 355 Coconut. And we're just going to blend that out first with an e.l.f. blending brush so I can just distribute that product. And we're going to pat it in, not doing swiping motions. So because if we do swiping motions, then we're gonna remove all the product making sure that I also swipe some product on my eyelids, because you can see them shit are dark as hell. But this is like kind of the first round of priming that I do on my eyes. I don't only just use foundation to prime my eyes. I tend to use a concealer as well, but I like to use the foundation before that, just so that I can help it make it more full coverage, because I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation on my eyes. So I like to go in with a setting spray. This is the MAC Fix Plus after I do my foundation, and I feel that this allows it to melt into my skin more, removes any excess product and whatnot. So I fully drench my face and then go in with the butt of my sponge and just keep blending out even more. Now I'm going in again with my HD concealer and warm honey, just to like hit the points of my face a little bit more, just specifically under my eyes and my nose. Sometimes, like I said, it gets muted out, and there are times that I feel like bringing it back a little bit, but I only tend to do that with the highlight. So we're just gonna blend out that little teensy-weensy amount of product right under my eyes. So next, I'm going to go ahead and set right under my eye using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in 30 medium deep. And I like to do it like directly under my eye because I have like natural creases there. So I like to make sure I set that as well as I possibly can, so the concealer doesn't actually crease. I don't go towards my cheekbone because I want my highlight to be popping. Next to set my face, I use the same powder, but in the color 35 Deep to set the rest of my face. And I'm just using an e.l.f. blush brush to do this. I like to do it with a very small brush. I don't know why, because it takes forever, but that's just me. Next for blush, I'm going with this red blush from Kiko Milano. I don't know the name of it at the top of my head, but I'll link it down below. Well, I'll put it down below. I won't exactly link it, but I like to apply that with a Luxie blush brush. I got this from my Ipsy bag, and I just apply it going back. I don't like just apply it to the apples of my cheek, and that's it. Then I'm going to highlight my face using the ABHX Amorezi highlighter, and this highlighter is bomb. I still use it till this day, and mind you, we're like at the beginning of August right now. And I'm just gonna apply that with an ABH 23 brush. That's my favorite highlighting brush ever. I apply some to my brow bone, and I just apply a lot of highlighter. Like, it's gonna take me like a whole 5 minutes to apply highlighter because I'll be extra as hell with it. Off camera, I added some eyeshadow, some mascara, and like major, but I'm gonna set everything using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Aside from my Fix Plus, this is my favorite setting spray, mainly because of the spray and all that. I like how it's not like completely like wet, but after I spray my face, I go back in with my highlighter and just add more, you know, because I'm high-key extra, like, and it turns more blinding. So when you add more after you douse your face with a setting spray, it makes it shine more. So that's what I usually apply my can't even speak English, but that's how I usually apply my highlighter. Apply it twice. So for lips, I decided to go with something pretty neutral, which is for me the NYX Liquid Suede in the color Sandstorm. This is my go-to new lip, drugstore wise. I don't think I have found the perfect drugstore high-end lipstick as of now, but this is what I always go for. I love it because it's a lipstick, but for me it doesn't even look like I'm wearing lipstick unless like you're standing like really close to my face. Hey guys, nice to see you again. So that was it for this episode of Perfectly Snatched. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me perfectly snatch my foundation, and I'll see you in my next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.